Okay, so if you're a researcher, you totally know the feeling of being swamped with data. It's a real challenge. Today, we're going to demystify three of the most powerful statistical tools out there designed to help you make sense of it all. And we're basing this on a really great review by Memon and his colleagues. So let's just jump right in.
So picture this. You've done all the hard work, right? You've collected your surveys, you've run the experiments, you've got all this market data. Now you're just staring at this massive spreadsheet, and you're thinking, how does all this connect? How does customer loyalty actually lead to people buying things? Or how does happy employees really make a company perform better? Finding those hidden threads, those meaningful relationships, well, that's the whole ballgame.
And that's where this incredible technique, PLS SEM, comes into play. You should really think of it as a detective's toolkit for researchers. It's a statistical method that has just exploded in popularity in fields like business and the social sciences. And why? Because it's built from the ground up to tackle complex models and test theories about how everything influences everything else. It's the engine we're looking at today.
Now, of course, to use an engine, you need a car. We're going to focus on three of the top standalone software packages out there that bring PLS SEM right to your desktop. And the best part? You don't need to write a single line of code. Our contenders are SmartPLS, WarpPLS, and ADANCO. Each one has its own unique flavor and its own strengths, so let's get to know them. First up, we've got SmartPLS. This software has been around since 2003, and honestly, it's become a total giant in the field. If you've ever read an academic paper that uses PLS SEM, there is a very good chance they were using this tool. It's pretty much the industry standard, and for good reason. So what's its secret sauce? Well, it pulls off this amazing trick of blending serious academic rigor with being incredibly user-friendly. The math behind it, the algorithms, they're all peer-reviewed, so you know you can trust the results. It's cited all over the place in top journals, which, let's be honest, gives your own work a ton of credibility. And crucially, it's just so intuitive. You literally build your models by drawing them, and the results pop out in these super clean tables and charts. It's fantastic for both newbies and seasoned pros. And this right here shows you exactly what I mean. What you're looking at is a typical model inside the SmartPLS interface. Every circle, every square is a variable, and those arrows, those are the relationships you think exist between them. You get to draw your theory right on the screen, and the software does all the heavy lifting in the background. It's just a really visual, hands-on way to test your ideas. All right, let's bring in our second contender, WarpPLS. Developed by Ned Koch, this tool has carved out a really specific and really powerful niche for itself. See, a lot of other tools kind of assume that relationships are linear, a simple straight line. But WarpPLS, it's built to say, hold on, what if reality is a little more curvy? Its absolute killer feature is its power to find and model these nonlinear or warped relationships. Think of something like a U-shape, where maybe a factor is helpful up to a certain point, and then it actually starts to hurt. WarpPLS is designed specifically to hunt for those complex patterns. It also has some great built-in tools for checking for common method bias, which is a total headache for anyone doing survey research. And as a cool bonus, it can create some pretty slick 3D graphs of your model. And when you look inside the WarpPLS interface, you can see it's all about function. The model paths are laid out super clearly, and the software puts all the key stats, like your path coefficients and whether they're significant, right on the diagram itself. This gives you this instant, at-a-glance feel for which parts of your theory are actually holding up. And finally, our third contender, ADANCO. The name is short for Advanced Analysis of Composites, and it's the new kid on the block, really. It showed up around 2014, and it brings this really fresh, modern design with a super specific analytical focus. ADANCO's big strength is its tight focus on what's called confirmatory composite analysis. It also made waves by being cross-platform from very early on, so it works great for both Windows and Mac users, which is a huge deal. People who use it just rave about its clean, modern interface, which really does make a difference when you're staring at complex models all day. And even though it's the newest, it is gaining fans in the academic world super, super fast. Just take a look at this model made in ADANCO. See how clean and organized that is? The software uses different shapes for different kinds of variables, which adds this whole other layer of clarity when you're building and testing your model. It really reflects that modern, focused design they're going for. Okay, so we've met the three contenders. Now for the main event, the showdown. How in the world do you choose the right tool for your specific project? Let's put them head to head on the stuff that really matters. This table really sums it up perfectly. SmartPLS is your all-around, do-it-all workhorse. WarpPLS is your go-to specialist if you suspect nonlinear relationships, and ADANCO, it really shines for confirmatory analysis with that modern interface. You'll also notice a big difference in availability and cost. SmartPLS and ADANCO are native on both Windows and Mac, while WarpPLS is mostly a Windows thing. And the pricing is all over the map, from a really low yearly fee for WarpPLS to a multi-year license for ADANCO. So let's cut to the chase. Which one is for you? Look, if you need that trusted, robust, do-everything tool that everybody in the field knows and respects, SmartPLS is a fantastic choice. But if your theory hints at complex, curved relationships, WarpPLS was literally built for you. And if you're focused on confirmatory analysis and you really value a slick, modern program that works great on your Mac or PC, then ADANCO is an absolutely wonderful option.
And this, right here, is probably the single most important takeaway from the whole analysis. There is no single best software. It just doesn't exist. The right tool is the one that fits your specific research question, your theory, and your data. Each of these programs is a powerful and legitimate way to get amazing insights. They just take slightly different roads to get you there.
So, to wrap things up, let's think about this quote from the authors for a second. The world of data analysis is always changing. The tools we love today are going to keep getting better and better. And that kind of leaves us with a final question to chew on. As our research questions get even more complex in the future, which of these tools do you think will be most ready to adapt and grow with us? Thanks for tuning in.